name immediately conjures a vision of the exquisite splendor of the perfect soft mocha complexion and the flawless contours of the ideal woman. Though the dazzling screen siren started her career by way of beauty contests, it was only to be a short detour on the way to a much loftier goal. On August 14, 1968, Halle Maria Berry was born to a Caucasian mother and an African-American father. Judith, a psychiatric nurse, and Jerome, an attendant at the same facility, decided to name their second daughter after the Halle Brothers department store in downtown Cleveland, Ohio that they sped past on the way to the maternity ward.
The interracial couple faced hostility from both sides of the family, and when Halle was just 4, Jerome left home. He did come back a few years later, but after a violent outburst directed at Judith and Halle's older sister Heidi, he finally left home for good. In search of a better education for her girls, Judith Berry moved the family from a working-class black neighbourhood to a middle-class white neighbourhood. And while education certainly did improve for Halle, she found out for the first time what it meant to be different from the other kids, and she credits her 5th grade teacher, Yvonne Sims, with really helping her to establish her true identity as a black woman.
I think most people can relate to feeling oppressed on some level about something, or being silenced, or being afraid, or not knowing what to do or what to believe. I think most people can understand what that's like. We've all felt that way, no matter what nationality you are, what country you're from. We've all, that's a very human, I think, once you've lived any bit of life, you have felt that at some time.
In spite of the difficulties of being one of the few black students at Bedford High School, Halle found that she excelled as a member of the Honours Society. She was in the cheerleading squad, she was class president, and she was prom queen, a position she held jointly with a white girl in her class. She also ran the school newspaper. At 15, Halle started out in the beauty contest circuit, easily winning Miss Teen Ohio. At 17, she went on to win Miss Teen All-American. And from there, she won the Miss Ohio contest. At 18, the knockout then went on to place as a runner-up in the Miss USA competition, which qualified her to enter into the Miss World competition. Halle Berry was the first African-American to do so. Although the 18-year-old didn't win, she did become a successful model and made enough money out of her modelling to enroll at a Cleveland community college to study broadcast journalism. Although she was really interested in the subject, she didn't complete the course. She continued modelling and decided to try her hand at acting, which meant a move to New York City.
Oh yeah, it was real rough. Not too long ago. I think, yeah, when I first left Cleveland, Ohio, from a really small town, so the first time I came to New York City or to LA, it was, you know, wow, a big place, and I didn't really feel like I fit in. I had to sort of learn how it's all done, how the games are played.
Halle appropriately landed a role as a model in the TV series Living Dolls. One day, the 21-year-old collapsed while she was on the set and drifted into a coma. Well, when she recovered, which she did, she later discovered from the doctors that she was suffering from diabetes, which prompted her to begin a lifelong program devoted to staying in shape, healthy eating, and exercise.
The TV series lasted only 3 months, but managed to catch the eye of up-and-coming director Spike Lee, who was casting his new film Jungle Fever with Wesley Snipes and Samuel Jackson. Halle was brought on to play a crack at it.
Concerned that the glamorous model image would really get in the way of her being taken seriously, Halle decided to authenticate her role and actually didn't bathe for several days. And that really started to earn her the reputation of an actress who lived and breathed her roles on and off set. Also at the time, off camera, Halle became embroiled in a series of rocky relationships. One of them was a fling that she dived headlong into with her co-star Wesley Snipes. Another boyfriend turned into a stalker and sent her dead snakes in the mail. Halle, at some point around this time, suffered a blow so hard from one of her boyfriends, she won't say who, that to this day she remains nearly deaf in one ear.
A young girl who witnesses abuse growing up or is in a broken home often has abandonment issues that translate into adulthood as a young woman who rushes headlong into relationships that are not always wise.
But Hallie didn't let her personal life get in the way of her career. Although first discarded by the original director for not being black enough for the comedy Strictly Business, a second director was hired and the actress was reinstated as the gorgeous waitress Natalie. Hallie won the hearts of filmgoers with her role and continued to make wise choices.
Where am I going? I'm just going to different places. You know, my goal is to just do different kinds of things, roles that I feel good about, that I want to do, I'd like to stretch.
Hallie got a small but excellent role as a victimized stripper in the thriller The Last Boy Scout with Damon Wayans and Bruce Willis. Word of her beauty and talent were spreading. In 1992, she played the lovable character Angela in the Eddie Murphy comedy Boomerang.
Hallie's career was going well, and so it seemed was her love life. After a 6-month whirlwind romance, it was Hallie who proposed marriage to the handsome right fielder for the Atlanta Braves, David Justice. They got married on New Year's Day, 1993, and instantly became a pin-up, glamorous couple. Starting the year off right brought Hallie more good fortune. She appeared in 3 highly acclaimed productions: Alex Haley's TV miniseries Queen, Fatherhood, and The Program.
You know, you never know. You know, that's the catch-22 part of what we do. You never know how a film will impact your career. The ones that you think will be most impactful sometimes turn out not to be, and the ones you think are little throwaway little movies that you do end up being, you know, your major hit. So it just, I guess it's all up to the movie gods, and it just sort of depends. It's a lot of luck that's involved.
Coming up, Hallie's professional and personal life fall apart.
Unfortunately, Hallie's career took a downturn when her marriage to David Justice hit the rocks. It was an acrimonious divorce, with Justice accusing his ex of excessive jealousy. The tabloid headlines maligned Hallie, and she was so